very welcome. Very welcome to this special night. A night of faith, hope, love, and miracles. How good to have you here. Maybe you came to this live with a tight heart, tired, overloaded, feeling lost, not knowing what to do, without the strength to continue. But I want you to know, you are not here by chance. There is a greater reason. God brought you here to remind you that you are not alone, that you are loved, cared for, and protected. This live is an invitation for you to disconnect a little from worries, fears, doubts, and connect with what really matters: faith. Because when we believe, when we surrender, when we trust, miracles begin to happen. Doors open, paths light up, and what seemed impossible, it starts suddenly to become a reality. So take a deep breath, settle down in your little corner, and allow this prayer to touch your soul, heal your wounds, calm your mind, and fill your heart with hope. Because today is a night of miracles, night of faith, night of restart. And if you know someone who also needs that word, that energy, that hug from God, share this live. Because together, we are light, we are love, and where two or more are gathered together in faith, wonderful things happen. Today, I want you to take a deep breath, allow yourself to disconnect a little from the worries, the anguish, the fears, and connect with what really matters: your faith. Yes, it is the faith that sustains you, that guides you, that lifts you up, and that reminds you that you have never been and will never be alone. Maybe you've come this far with a tight heart, tired, exhausted from trying to be strong every day, without even knowing how to continue. Maybe you're carrying pains that no one sees, struggles that no one imagines, fears that you don't even know how to explain. Maybe you've spent the last few days, or even the last few months, waiting for a sign, something that would show you that it's still worth believing, that it's still worth fighting for, that all is not lost. And yes, I tell you with all the certainty of my heart, that is your sign. You are in the right place, at the exact time God decided to reach you. Nothing here is a coincidence. You didn't come to this message by chance. God knows your heart, knows your pains, your thoughts, your most secret concerns. And today, He brought you here to remind you of something very important. You are not alone. He is with you, even in the moments when you thought He was silent. In fact, while you cry, He holds you. While you feel lost, He is already charting the path. And while you doubt, He continues to believe in you, believing in your new beginning, believing that you are much stronger than you think. So take a deep breath and feel in your heart that there is, yes, a much greater force taking care of you. God brought you here to remind you that even when everything seems to fall apart, He never left your side. That this difficult phase is not the end, it is not punishment, it is not defeat. It's just a process, it's just a crossing. And when you cross, the new arrives, lightness arrives, the miracle arrives. Because God didn't bring you here to see you suffer. He brought you to strengthen you, to hug you, to lift you up, and to tell you that your story doesn't end here. The best is yet to come. Life often tries to convince you otherwise. It tries to make you believe that you can't, that you're not capable, that you're not worthy of living great things. And when you least realize it, these lies begin to live in your mind, in your heart, and weaken you, silence you, disconnect you from your essence. They are voices that arise from fear, pain, insecurity, tiredness, and that insist on making you forget who you really are. But today, heaven gives you a powerful reminder. You are not your pain. You are not your fight. You're so much bigger than all that. You need to understand and imprint it on your soul that there is nothing in the world that can erase the value you have. You carry within you such a great force, such a powerful light, that no difficulty is able to extinguish. Even if the world outside tries to diminish you, make you disbelieve, make you think you don't deserve it. God reminds you today that You are strong, you are capable, you are deserving, and you are deeply loved. And when you start to believe that, something changes inside you. The impossible begins to become possible. The weight begins to turn into lightness. And what seemed far away begins to approach. So look at you now, and remember everything you've overcome, everything you've faced, and yet you're here, standing, fighting, breathing. And if that's not a test of strength, I ask you, what else would it be? God didn't make you small. God didn't make you weak. He made you strong, courageous, capable, and ready to live a life of love, peace, prosperity, and abundance. And today, He reminds you, you're worthy. You deserve the best. You deserve to live a beautiful, full, light, and purposeful life. And that no one, absolutely no one, makes you believe otherwise. Take a deep breath, very deep, and allow your mind to connect with your best version at that very moment. Imagine, with all the strength of your faith, your hope, and your love, your life overflowing with good things. Visualize yourself walking along a light-filled path, full of light, full of peace, full of clear signs that the universe, God, and life are in your favor. Feel surrounded by love, prosperity, abundance, health, happiness, protection. Because everything you visualize with faith, it begins little by little to become real in your life. Imagine your path full of opportunities. See doors opening, right people arriving, solutions emerging, miracles happening, blessings finding you. Feel what it is like to live a light life, where everything flows, where love surrounds you, where peace dwells within you, and where abundance manifests in every detail. And understand, when you change inside, when you choose to believe, when you choose to vibrate in the frequency of love, gratitude, and faith, absolutely everything is starting to change abroad, because the outside world reflects exactly what you carry inside you. And it is at this very moment that everything begins to align. You realize that you don't have to fight against life anymore. You just need to align yourself with it. That the impossible is beginning to become possible. That fears are beginning to lose strength. That doubts begin to dissolve. Because those who choose to believe, those who choose to vibrate in love, peace, and abundance, it activates an invisible, divine, and powerful force, which begins to transform everything. And as of today, may you allow yourself to live this transformation. May you allow yourself to live the extraordinary, because yes, life wants and will surprise you. You understand, once and for all, that you have never been alone. Even when the silence seemed deafening, even when the tears fell on the pillow without anyone knowing, even when you thought no one cared, God has always been there, holding you back, protecting you, keeping you in every detail. And if you are listening to this message today, it is because heaven wanted to remind you of it. There is greater care surrounding you, an invisible but extremely real protection, guiding you in every step, in every choice, in every new beginning. The sky protects you. The universe conspires in His favor. God takes care of every detail of your life, even those you don't notice. While you sleep, He works. While you worry, He calms the storms. While you cry, He prepares miracles. And even when your eyes can't see, there is a movement going on in the invisible. Doors are being unlocked, paths are being drawn, and what seemed impossible, it now begins to be put in order to reach you. So take a deep breath and rest in this truth. What is yours, no one takes away. What was promised is fulfilled. And what heaven has prepared for you, no force in this world is able to prevent. Miracles are being prepared. The answers are coming. Opportunities are on the way. Doors are opening. Paths are emerging. And from today on, may you never doubt it again. You are guided, protected, loved, and sustained by a much greater force, which wants to see you smiling, living, growing and receiving everything that is rightfully yours. May your journey from today on be light, really light. Take from the weights that no longer belong to you. Take from the guilt that you don't have to carry. Take from the fears that have paralyzed you for so long. May you have the courage to let go of everything that doesn't make you grow, that doesn't make you smile, that doesn't make you be your best version. May you allow yourself to walk in a lighter, more conscious, more connected way with love, peace, and hope. Because life doesn't have to be a constant battle. It can indeed be a flow of lightness, love, and gratitude. May your steps be firm. May you walk knowing that you are not alone, that heaven protects you, that God guides you, and that life, yes, conspires in your favor. May you no longer be afraid to move forward, to start over, to change, to reinvent yourself as many times as necessary, and that, with each step, you feel within you the force that propels you forward, that lifts you up, that sustains you. May your thoughts always be aligned with what is good, that strengthens you, that inspires you, because when you take care of your thoughts, the whole life aligns. May your life, starting today, be surrounded by love, that you surround yourself with people who love you, who help you grow, who inspire you, who really cheer for your happiness and your evolution. May you have the discernment to move away, without guilt, from everything and everyone who does not vibrate at the same frequency that you chose to live, because you deserve to be surrounded by love, peace, prosperity, lightness, people who make you feel at home, who welcome you, who push you, and who remind you every day of how special, strong, deserving, and capable you are. Allow yourself, starting today, to smile more. Smiling for no reason. Smile because he is alive. Smile because, even with all the challenges, you are still standing, fighting, believing, dreaming. Allow yourself to live longer, to really live. Live lightly, with joy, with gratitude, with love for who you are and for everything that is to come. Because life is not about perfection. It's about presence. It's about being here now, aware that every second is an opportunity to be happy, to be better, to write a new story, to do things differently. Allow yourself to love yourself more. Look at yourself with more affection, with more care, with more kindness. Stop demanding so much from yourself, judging yourself so much, comparing yourself so much. You already carry within you everything you need to be happy, to prosper, to live a full life. And yes, you also have the right to make mistakes, to fail, to not know all the time, because you didn't come to be perfect. You came to be true, and forgiving yourself is part of this process. Forgive your falls, your stumbles, your choices, because every step, right or wrong, has brought you here. And so far, you won. And that, from today on, you understand that your mission is not to be perfect. It's being honest with yourself. It is to be someone who every day chooses to be at least a little better than he was yesterday, who chooses to look at themselves with love, who chooses to treat themselves with respect, who chooses to hug each other on difficult days and applaud themselves in small achievements. Because life becomes much lighter when you allow yourself to be human, you allow yourself to be love, you allow yourself to be true. And when you do that, when you choose to love yourself, take care of yourself, and prioritize yourself, the whole universe begins to respond to you, blessing you, protecting you, and guiding you to live your best version. If, at some point in your life, someone made you believe that you couldn't, that you weren't capable, that you didn't deserve it, today this lie falls to the ground. No word that hurt you defines who you are. No amount of criticism, rejection, or judgment has the power to extinguish the light that exists within you. Because you didn't come into the world to live small, to live limited, to live accepting less than you deserve. You came to be great, to be love, to be abundance. And today, God reminds you of that. Today, the universe reminds you that you are infinitely greater than any pain, any fear, any insecurity. From now on, you choose to look at yourself with love. Welcome. Hugging each other, not only on good days, but also on difficult days, on days when life seems to weigh down. Because yes, you are worthy. Worthy of love, respect, happiness, abundance, peace, and an extraordinary life. You no longer need to carry the beliefs that have been placed upon you. You no longer have to live trying to fit into patterns that were never yours. Today, you free yourself. Today, you choose to believe in your value, in your strength, in your ability to build a life that makes sense to you, and understand, once and for all, that you were born to live a full, abundant, and happy life. A life where dreams are possible, where miracles happen, where peace is real, where love overflows, and where you wake up every day with a light heart, full of gratitude, hope, and faith. You are not your past. You are not your pains. You are not the mistakes you made, nor the limitations that put you in. You are light. You are love. You are a miracle in life form. And as of today, its history begins to be rewritten. And she will be beautiful, much more beautiful than you imagine. You are light. A light that, no matter how hard they try to turn off, it never goes out. Because that light doesn't come from the world. It doesn't come from circumstances. It doesn't come from the opinions of others. It comes from within. It comes from God. And even when you forget that, it is still there, lit, waiting for you to look inside and remember who you really are. You are love. It's strength. It's life. It is hope in the form of people. And just the fact that you're here, breathing, existing, it is, in itself, proof that you are, indeed, a miracle in the form of life. And when you reconnect with that truth, something great begins to happen. It's as if everything that was blocked began to unlock. The blessings you have been waiting for begin to flow. The impossible, which seemed so far away, begins to become possible. The answers you were looking for start to arrive in a light, natural way, almost magically. Because those who choose to align themselves with love, those who choose to vibrate in the frequency of gratitude, faith, and hope, it activates an invisible, divine, and supernatural force which begins to transform everything. And that's exactly how life changes. Not when everything out there is solved, but when you settle down here. When you remember that you were created to live the best, that you are worthy of all that is good, light, and wonderful. That didn't come to survive, came to live, to overflow love, to spread light, to be the living manifestation that God works miracles every day. Because those who choose to live in this frequency, it attracts more love, more peace, more prosperity, more happiness, and more blessings than you could have imagined. And from now on, this is your new reality, starting today. May you have the courage to truly look at yourself and see everything you are. May you choose to believe in your value, in your strength, in your light, in the incredible power that you carry within yourself. Because yes, you have immense power in your hands. The power to transform your life, to heal your wounds, to start over as many times as necessary, and to build the life you deserve to live. And it all starts when you decide, from the heart, to believe in yourself. Believing that you are capable, that you are deserving, that you were not born to survive. You were born to live, and to live in abundance, in fullness, in love. From today on, you decide once and for all to stop looking back. Enough of living trapped in what has passed, in pain, guilt, disappointments, and mistakes. The past does not define who you are. The past is just a place of learning, not housing. Today, you choose to look forward, because there is a beautiful future, full of possibilities, full of love, full of opportunities, full of blessings, waiting for you. And everything that seemed far away, from now on it begins to approach. Because those who choose to look forward, choose to live, and he keeps it in his heart. The best is yet to come. What happened, spent. But what's coming, It is much bigger, much more beautiful, much lighter, and much more abundant than anything you have ever lived. You deserve to live the best. You deserve to wake up every day with a heart at peace, full of gratitude, full of love, full of hope. You deserve to live a life where dreams come true, where miracles become routine, and where everything starts to make sense. And as of today, that's what is starting to happen. Because those who choose to believe in themselves activates the impossible, and the impossible begins to become reality. From now on, may you never again accept to live in the automatic, in the emptiness, in the emotional scarcity, in the suffering that made you believe was normal, because it is not. You weren't born to survive. You were born to live fully, lightly, abundantly, to live a life that makes sense, that fulfills you, that inspires you, that strengthens you. No more accepting crumbs. No more accepting less than what you deserve. Your life is too precious to be wasted on what exhausts you, that drains you, that makes you feel small. May you understand once and for all that you deserve the best. It deserves love in abundance. He deserves peace in his heart and soul. You deserve to wake up every day feeling gratitude, lightness, and fullness. He deserves prosperity in all areas, financial, emotional, spiritual, and affective. You deserve to surround yourself with people who love you, who help you grow, who push you to your best version. You deserve to live a life where you feel fulfilled, happy, loved, and constantly evolving. Because all this is not a luxury. It is right. It's deserving. It is what God and the universe have already prepared for you. May you never again accept less than what makes you really smile, what makes you feel alive, whole, complete. May you never again settle into discomfort, never again normalize pain, never again accept to carry burdens that are not yours. You deserve abundance. You deserve lightness. You deserve a beautiful life, full of meaning, full of love, full of purpose. And, from today on, may you choose to treat yourself as someone who deserves it all. Because when you choose yourself, when you prioritize yourself, the whole life begins to choose you too. And everything begins finally to align. And that today, you make the most powerful decision of your life. To stand up. Get up from pain. Get up from fear. Get up from sadness, insecurity, doubt, fatigue, that has tried to paralyze you so far. May you have the courage to look in the mirror, deep into your eyes, and see who you really are. Not who the world made you believe you were, but rather who God knows you are. Strong, capable, deserving, light, love, and infinite in possibilities. Because inside you, there is a strength that no one can take away. And today, it awakens. That you look in the mirror, really look at yourself, and declare to yourself in a firm voice, in a voice full of faith, full of truth, I choose to be happy. I choose to live my best version. I choose to trust. I choose to believe that life is good, that God takes care of me, and that miracles happen every day. May these words not be just loose words, but whether they are decrees, seeds of transformation, or portals that open in the spiritual world so that everything begins, in fact, to align, to flow, to happen. Because when you get up, when you choose, from the heart, to live your best version, something supernatural begins to happen. The chains break, limitations fall, fears dissolve, and life, which seemed to be stuck, begins to open up, to light up, to show you that yes, you deserve to live the best. You deserve love. You deserve peace. You deserve prosperity. You deserve lightness, happiness, abundance, fullness. Because those who choose to trust activates the skies in your favor. And those who choose to believe that miracles happen, he simply begins to experience miracles every day. Because, yes, miracles happen when you believe. And it's not just pretty words. This is an absolute truth for those who decide to live by faith, hope, and love. Miracles are not luck. They are not coincidence. They are not chance. Miracles are answers. Answers for those who pray, for those who trust, for those who surrender, for those who believe from the heart that there is a much greater force working right now, behind the scenes of their lives. A force that protects you, that guides you, that lifts you up, that sustains you, even when you don't see it, even when you think you're alone. And today, I invite you to believe. Believe more strongly, with more truth, with more faith than ever. Believing that God is already at work, that the entire universe is moving in your favor, that the answers you expect are already being prepared, that the doors you need are already being unlocked, that the miracles you seek are already on their way, and that, even if your eyes still can't see, in the invisible, there is a movement happening, because God does not work in our time. It works in perfect timing. And everything, absolutely, everything arrives when you are ready to receive, and keep it in the depths of your heart. Your life, from now on, will never be the same. Never again. Because when you choose to believe, when you choose to align with faith, with hope, with gratitude, and with love, life simply begins to transform. What seemed distant begins to approach. The impossible begins to become possible. And you begin to live a new reality where miracles are part of your routine, where blessings accompany you, and where happiness is no longer a desire, to become your new way of living.